Doge Boy on the podcast
No
this week.
Joey. No Joey at all.
No Joey, but plenty of fun for Jake and Junior Boy.
But Joey does feature, don't you worry. This is episode Leftovers, number 4, volume 4.
G'day and welcome to the MacPack Podcast.
We're back!
My name's Jake McKenna, and to my left this week is absolutely no one.
No Joe.
As Joey is out. He's on a bit of a holiday. Is he south? Is he east? Is he north? Is he west?
No one knows.
We don't know, but he's definitely not here joining us for what is volume 4 of the Leftovers MacPack Podcast. Now, the MacPack Podcast, before we get into that, coming into my right as it does each and every week is the baby brother of the pack who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you?
Look, I'm keen to have some more mic time now that it's just the Jake and Junior special.
Very exciting. Now, this is the Leftovers, as we've just mentioned.
Of course.
The Leftovers takes us through the greatest hits that didn't make the cut.
Yep.
So today we have an embarrassing body magic story.
Of course.
We have a segment we did on discontinued Aussie foods.
Oh my gosh.
We also have a prank call that went wrong,
Oh, of course.
which is pretty funny.
Yep.
And we're also going to be calling the Record Kid and Joe to celebrate 1 year of the MacPack
Holy-
Podcast. It's going to be huge. Let's get into it. Junior Boy!
Jakey Macaroni.
Oh, that's a new one.
Jakey Macaroni.
Welcome to the Leftovers.
Yeah, well, I've got more creative juices now that Joe's not here.
More creative juices. What do you mean?
He usually is the big brains of everything, but now that I'm taking the second reins of the show, I can come up with all these cool nicknames.
Oh, do you think it's a tiered system where the oldest gets number one say, then Joe, then you?
Is it not?
No, I didn't think
I've
so.
been living a lie for a year.
I thought you were doing a year of the MacPack Podcast.
Year of the MacPack Podcast.
Congratulations.
Always a pleasure.
For
And
those-
Joey, a virtual handshake.
For those just tuning in right now on the Friday, you're a Friday fiend,
Of course.
firstly, so
Good stuff.
get that checked. Today marks exactly 1 year since our first ever MacPack Podcast release.
Is it the exact day?
Exactly, the 15th of... What do you call that day?
October.
I think it's the 15th of October.
So,
This is a dangerous...
so the 15th of October 2020.
was the first ever episode. Do not go back and listen to it. It's not great.
Funny times, actually, because remember when I sent the message to you saying, hey, we should do a podcast?
Yep, October 7.
I was actually at Riverton Library studying for my mock exams, or my
Okay.
WACE exams,
Yep.
matter of fact.
Yep.
And I hadn't been to the Riverton Library in a year.
Yep.
Return today.
Oh, did you actually?
Of all days.
Did
Yeah.
you actually?
Return today, just to spin some yarns. A year later.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I do notice this in life. I was saying this to Taylor the other day, and I say it a lot. You tend not to do something for ages and ages and ages and ages.
Yeah.
And then you do it, and then you do it again and again and again real quick after the
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
So like even if it's someone that you see, so like we've got friends that we see all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's a few friends that you don't see for ages.
And then.
So like even when Rick come on a couple of weeks ago, Wesley Black came on the podcast.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen the bloke in I reckon about 6 months.
Oh.
Then seen him at our place when we did the podcast.
Of course.
Then seen him at his birthday.
Oh.
Then seen him at a friend's birthday, and then seen him when he. Yeah, I think that was it actually. But that's a lot. Like
The
in such
trifecta.
it's such a condensed
it's
little
weird.
period.
But it happens.
It happens heaps.
That's how it is.
You don't play golf at a course for 6 months.
Yep.
Then you play 3 times over the course of a weekend. You bloody
Bang, bang, bang.
just always seems to be that way. Same with Optus. We didn't go to Optus heaps,
Yeah.
and then all within like about
Oh, yeah. The
about-
footy finals came.
yeah. I was there every fucking weekend without doubt.
Hell yes, dude.
Now, this next little piece, this first piece of the MacPack Podcast,
Yeah.
Leftovers Volume 4.
Is this actually about the grand final?
Yeah. So do you remember we called Jacob Goff and we released that episode?
Goffy, yes. The prank call.
The prank call with Goffy. Now, I called Jacob Goff a matter of weeks ago and basically told him that I was a Bulldogs representative.
Mm-hmm.
And on this occasion...
Adam Johnson, I believe.
Yeah, and on this occasion, Jacob Goff, his ticket was not legitimate, and we're going to have to take it off him.
Yeah.
Now, Jacob was pretty stern.
Yeah, but he wasn't fully committed to the disbelief of you.
No. Now, prior to that chat happening, we actually did a bit of overtime for the MacPack Podcast. We jumped in the studio a couple days before
Yes.
we normally record because we wanted to prank a mate of mine, Ben Wright.
Ben.
Now, Ben won last week's Everyday Hero. If you haven't heard that episode,
Yep.
go back, have a listen. Benny's he's a great bloke.
Cool.
He's a fantastic dude, and he'll be getting a kick out of this as we speak. Now, this little bit Now, basically, we tried to prank him.
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't call him because he knows me too well.
Yes.
Turns out he knows your voice quite well as well.
Which wasn't expected.
So we sat here for hours. Literally, we wrote like a little
Huge. It wasn't a little script. It was a big
It
script.
was a big script, and we went through it to make sure that you were gonna blitz it.
Yeah, we woke up early on a Saturday to make it seem more legitimate that we were calling on a Saturday at 11 a.m. rather than a Monday night at 9 p.m., which is
which
what
is when we
did.
normally do it, which just doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
And we practice and practice and practice with you, and every time you practiced, you put on an accent.
Yeah.
And then the moment we recorded, there was no accent to be seen whatsoever.
Bit of stage fright, I guess.
Now we got about halfway through. He was on. He was like a fish. He was like a barramundi to bait.
Oh yeah, because you can really tell in his voice, because his voice really changes from like, oh yeah, to like, oh yeah, come on.
And yeah, exactly. And he threw his mum under the bus like fucking quick when the initial call happens.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, just checking like how'd you get your tickets? Da, da, da. He goes, oh, I don't know. I think my mum did it. This is a 24-year-old man who's just kicked his mum directly under a bus.
Should we have a listen before we spoil any more?
Yeah. See if you can pay attention. Now he comes in and out, and he's
does.
told me afterwards that he was on, then he was hesitant, and then Riley recovered well enough that he was back on.
I wasn't budging.
And then as it sort of progressed and progressed and progressed,
Then
he caught the hint. But he was on, off, back on, and then he jumped off right at the end.
Try to tell us if you can tell where that is.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, boys. Bit of an exciting one today. Obviously, the grand final tickets went on sale during the week.
Yep.
And my God, did they fly.
Bloody oath.
Like 9 minutes they were gone.
Absolutely unreal. Unprecedented times
What was
for
like
Perth.
80,000 in the queue? Something like
I
that.
think there was like 100,000.
120,000. Now, for those who were fortunate enough to either be D's members or Bulldogs members,
Yeah.
or know someone who was either of the both,
Oh.
they went on either on Monday or Tuesday and were able to secure their tickets well and truly before the general public was able to get a go at things. Right?
Lucky.
Now, a good friend of mine, Ben, was one of those lucky individuals. He's managed to secure a Bulldogs membership barcode, and he's
Nice.
gone on and selected one ticket for the grand final next week.
Oh,
Now,
must be nice.
we thought today we'd give him a bit of a call from the Western Bulldogs front office
Yep.
and basically check the legitimacy of his membership, which, quite frankly, doesn't exist. Benny's a massive Carlton Blues man,
Yep.
so this will test him quite a bit.
But-
Junior boy, you're going to give him a buzz.
Yep.
Basically run him through how legitimate his passion for the Bulldogs is and why he thinks he should be attending this year's grand final before we inevitably let him know that, unfortunately, we're going to have to revoke his ticket as he's not a real member of the
Or a-
Western Bulldogs.
Or a real fan.
Exactly. All right. See how we go.
Here we go.
Pumped?
Yep. Let's do it.
Hello, Ben Spring.
Oh, great, mate. Is that Ben?
Yes, Ben.
Ben, yes. Okay. My name's Adam Johnson, just from the Western Bulldogs Football Club.
Oh, how you going, mate?
I'm just doing a phone around for those who are lucky enough to get tickets to the grand final next week.
I was, yes.
Obviously, exciting time for the club, having another chance to get the flag, but it's been brought to our attention, unfortunately, a large number of the 6,000 Western Bulldogs WA members were actually unable to get tickets and have had some
Right.
issues, and we've had some issues with illegitimate bot accounts.
Right.
And as you know, Ben, look, this isn't in the spirit of the Western Bulldogs way. And we wanted
Yep.
to give you a ring just to check, find out about how some of the ticket holders received their tickets and how you went about getting yours. So could you just tell me about the process with getting your ticket, Ben?
It was actually my mum who got it for me with the code. She was able to log on. I've been working, so I wasn't able to log on, and
Oh, okay.
she luckily lined up in the queue and logged on and got on for me.
Could you confirm the name of the person whose barcode you used?
You would have to ask my mum, sorry.
Okay. Well, we've just got a handful of questions to gauge your loyalty to the Dogs. Obviously, we're just finding the legitimacy of these ticket holders, Ben. As I mentioned, we've had a bit of an issue with the bot account, so I've just got 3 very, very simple questions to confirm your allegiance to the club. I'm sorry I have to do this, mate. These questions are a bit of a pain, but Here's the first one. So, could you just let us know, mate, who is your favourite Bulldogs player?
The Bond.
Bond, perfect, mate. We've been getting that one a lot. You're in the majority there. What is the name and number of the captain of the team? I'm sure you know.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't hear that.
Name and number of the captain of the team.
Oh, the Bond M4.
Yes, good man, good man. He's a handsome young man, isn't he?
He is good looking, yeah.
Yeah. Once again, Ben, I'm sorry to have to do this to you, mate. I'm sure you won't mind, but as I stated, it's just a part of the process. Can you please sing the first line of the team anthem for me, mate?
I have them down, mate.
No, mate. It's just a part of the process. It's just simple questions so we can get to know the questions that we know that the actual fans will be familiar with, and just to prove that we're going to have real fans in the game.
Right.
Sorry, who's this?
Who's this, sorry?
Adam Johnson from the Western Bulldogs, mate.
Adam Johnson, yeah. Nice. I'm not singing, sorry, mate, no.
Okay, all right. I'll just get on to the next part of what I've been told to tell you, mate. So, in this instance, as stated in the terms and conditions, members of the club are actually unable to transfer their barcode to non-club members. This is just so we're ensuring to uphold the integrity of the club and the Western Bulldogs membership members. Now, don't you be worrying, Ben. You're fine and you're not in any trouble at all, mate. But you will be receiving a full refund of the ticket within the next 10 to 15 business days, and you won't be able to come to use these tickets on game day.
You fools.
We'll be actually in contact with the person who gave you this barcode just to inform her of her wrongdoing. And just between me and you, Ben, mate, she's looking at a bit of a suspension here.
What?
So just to recap with you, mate, you'll be receiving a refund within the next 10 to 15 business days, and you will not be attending the AFL Grand Final next week.
Mate, you're breaking up. I can't quite hear you, but follow that.
Yep, so just to recap with you, mate, you'll be receiving a full refund of the tickets within the next 10 to 15 business days. And you won't be attending the AFL Grand Final next week.
That's good, mate.
Sorry to have to do this, Ben. As I said, mate, it's just the part of the integrity for the Dogs fans in WA. Do you have any questions for me, Ben?
What episode of the MacPack podcast are we up to? What's going on?
Mate, didn't want to sing the song. Oh my goodness, you called it early. I was surprised how quickly you got it.
Yeah,
No.
you actually had me. I was going in and out.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I thought if I stuck it through, I could get you.
No, you did well.
Definitely from the very start, I thought we actually had you on board, and then you pinged his name, and I was like, "Oh, we might be in a bit of strife here." Did he recover well enough?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So do you know
So
that?
51, 52.
Hey?
What am I going to feature on? 50 to 51.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, no. Just don't get me worried like that again. I was going either with a ticket or not.
No, hopefully we see you at the game, mate, and we'll definitely be singing the Bulldog song as we go.
Absolutely.
Might have to freshen up on those lyrics though.
Yeah.
Perfect, Bench. Thanks for being a good sport, brother.
Thanks, mate.
See you, mate. See you at the grand final. How cute was his voice when you had him at the very beginning?
Yep.
And I can't remember what you asked him, but
How you got the tickets?
yeah, and he goes, "Oh, I think my mum got the tickets." Just like the cutest little thing
I
I
said to
reckon I've
you-
ever heard him say.
I said to you that's how I assume he would talk to his high school teacher.
Yeah, like when he's in trouble. Oh no, you never see him like that.
Yeah.
And I think in the video it'll be interesting to see for those. We're gonna share the video.
Yeah.
I think at that point I did like a reel, like I was fishing, and I
we had
pulled
him
him
on
in.
the
I was
hook.
like, yeah, fuck, we've got him here because he did that cute little,
Yeah.
the delicate voice. I imagine that's what he sounds like when he does job interviews, like really,
Yeah, that's how he would sound every single time he speaks, other than when he's speaking to the boys.
yeah, probably. He also he called your name. When he said your name, I thought you were in real strife.
Yeah, me too.
But you did recover. You seemed to recover pretty well. And even during it, I'm looking at Joe going, "Oh, I don't know. I think he's on to us."
I really shut my jaw because I didn't know what to do, so I thought I'd just go with the what? What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
there was enough
So-
of a
so-
there was enough of a pause that made it seem like you were. I don't know. Still legitimate.
Yeah.
And he had to really question what was going on.
After the song though, that's when he knew.
Yeah, the song was a bit of a. It was a leap of faith. I think. Did we do the song? We did the song with Goffy.
Yeah. But yeah, he was also
A bit hesitant,
yeah.
but he thought it was something completely different again.
Oh yeah, he did.
Goodness gracious.
There you go.
There you go.
What's next though? So you finished the body
Yeah.
magic challenge.
So this is one of the most embarrassing little body magic tales we had, which is hard to do when I was pretty embarrassing when I was there, just in my overall lack of athletic prowess,
Nice.
my ability to vomit,
Nice.
and yeah, but I reckon this takes the cake, or in this case, the protein shake. We had to cut it out. I cut it out mainly for a couple of reasons.
Here we go.
The episode was running a bit long.
Yeah. Very long.
But
a lot of our body magic segments either went for 4 minutes or 25.
Yeah. The other reason I cut this one out was because we had to go back. And I didn't want to be embarrassed when I had to see these two people again.
Oh yes, because the girls and the guys started listening to the body.
Yeah. So a few of the shout out to the Body Magic crew if you're listening.
Gang.
We're doing it again. No, me and Joe are going back. We're doing another 6-weeker with him. So this is...
Same crew.
I have no
Do you
idea.
reckon the people in this story were there?
I'm not sure. So we often give fake names to people on the podcast to sort of hide their identity.
Yep.
Well, on this occasion, we gave them fake names in real life.
Oh.
And we didn't know we had done so.
Did not realise.
But within the hour, we quickly found out that we had missed the mark.
Let's have a listen.
So it was us two
Oh,
and then
that's
two other
right.
girls,
Yeah.
right?
The gal.
Props to the girls. The girls are super fit and they really know what they were doing.
Yeah,
they were giving
they
it.
were killing it.
They were actually going really, really well. And something that I've begun to show a great deal of respect for is people who can do the stuff at Jared's and not vomit every single time they go.
Well, that's funny because yeah, a lot of the times I'm like, oh, these exercises aren't too bad. It's just the speed and the volume that we do them at.
Yeah.
It's
Which is
so
like-
much.
That's how they tend to be.
The whole thing. That is the sessions.
And then I remember watching shows you watch a Biggest Loser or something like that. You know, when you're a kid and you're
Thanks. What a comparison.
Jake is the biggest.
no, but you're just
Comparison.
watching them do the thing. You know, you're
The biggest spoozer.
You're watching them eating ice cream. I'm like, oh, these guys are so unfit. Look
Yeah.
at them go.
Yeah.
And then it's me at the gym vomiting.
Yeah. Frequently.
But yeah, we're with these two girls, absolutely killing it. And they were doing, some of them they were recovering from injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely killing it.
Know the feeling.
Nice.
So, we're all sort of a little unit, us four, going through all the exercise together.
Cool in the
all
game.
timing each other, fucking,
Yeah, that's what it was
cheering
about. It was like time
cheering each other
trials.
on.
Okay.
So
Time trials.
you've got the thing, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's,
And we were,
funny
we
coincidence.
were two girls
Two girls.
that we had not met.
Oh.
At the beginning, we knew we paired up
So
with
even-
the aggressively strong blokes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was terrified to be part of that crew.
Yeah.
You become the weakest link before you've even started.
So we're with these two. Yeah, haven't met them before. Pretty insane coincidence. Both of their names is. Are we saying the actual name?
Nah,
Both of the names are
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
See money.
So we're just cheering on. Come on, Chelsea! Absolutely killing it.
Both
Yeah.
of their names are Chelsea.
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
friends?
Fake name, but yeah.
Are they friends? Or are they friends
I
through
don't
those
know.
sessions?
I don't
I
know.
don't
I don't know.
So yeah, so we're absolutely cheering them
So you get
on.
to know 'em.
Especially Jake.
Go Chelsea! Come on, yeah, because
Jake's so confident.
yeah. Well, I just love getting around everyone because realistically, I'm not adding a great deal of value to the floor, so I want to do it in my vocals. And for those few moments where I am not vomiting, I'd like to use my mouth for good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a bit of go Chelsea, and make it happen. Come on, you're killing it, girl, you're killing it.
So we were with each other for about an hour.
Yep,
With Jake and I both cheering them on.
yep. Go Chelsea.
Getting to know them throughout the session.
And the other one would go Chelsea, go Chelsea. So we're all going go Chelsea.
Yeah.
And then when we get to the very
Jared
end,
giving a bit of go Chelsea
then we get to the very end.
after we'd vomited.
Nice.
And we vomited. I think we still had one more thing to do.
Yep.
and then
Well, it was actually Chelsea had one more thing to do for the rest of the group. Remember?
yeah. So yeah, if Chelsea did her bike,
Chelsea won.
or if she did her set in X amount of time,
Yeah.
everyone else was done for the day.
Yeah.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah, I know.
Shit.
And then
Pressure's
Chelsea
on Chelsea.
Yeah, the pressure was on.
And I've walked in from the vomit and gone like, "Come on, Chelsea, you're killing it. Let's go, let's go."
So everyone's watching Chelsea. Everyone wants Chelsea to fucking smash this.
Yeah,
And then we're all going home. Like literally, no one's doing anything on the equipment. Everyone's watching it.
yeah. And no one's really yelling out like any cheering.
Yeah.
It's just mainly me, just going, "Go Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea! Come on!"
Well, there was one other person cheering on Chelsea, and that was Jared. And Jared knows what her real name is, which is not Chelsea.
It was not Chelsea. I would call her the wrong name
What was
for
her
a
real
whole hour. We can't say the real name. Let's say it
Was
was
it?
Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, similar.
It was close. It
Similar.
was eerily close, but not close enough. And like, I didn't say it in a way in which it could have been
Like
mistakenly. Yeah, mistakenly. Oh, he's just mispronounced my name.
What
I
about
just called you by the wrong name for 65 minutes.
What about the other chick?
So the other chick's name was Chelsea.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so one Chelsea, one Charlie.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no one stepped in to correct. Did Jared definitely?
He definitely said wrong at least. I don't. But he was saying a shortened version of the name, which
he was
does
like-
sound.
he was
they
like-
do
Oh,
sound
he
very
yeah,
similar.
he
He was
did.
going like,
So it could
Chell.
have just been because
Cha
we
cha.
thought it. Yeah.
No, that's a good
he was
shout.
going like, yeah.
Yeah, he was basically just calling her Char
Oh, okay.
as
Bit-
equivalent.
yeah. And his Aussie accent made the E sound like a R.
It was
Yeah.
interesting. It wasn't that word though, but yeah, it
I know what
was.
you mean.
And it didn't click until like the very, very end.
Did you?
Someone said her name. I think Jared said her actual name, her full name, and I've gone.
Wait a minute.
That's not at all what I've been saying.
So then did you go from going, go Chelsea to,
no, we left.
Go,
No, we left.
you
we
didn't
left.
mention it. As
Uh,
if she didn't speak up.
Yeah,
If you, she
I
was
would.
going,
a bit
if she was
awkward.
going both of you, Joe, you'd be like,
Oh, I wouldn't be. If she was like, if I was going, she's
I'd
like,
be
come on,
saying-
Jake. I wouldn't. It's not worth. It's not worth making it awkward for them.
Nah, she
Yeah.
hasn't been back since either. I haven't
Well, not
seen-
to our session.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't know who she was anyway. Not doing ID checks.
Chelsea.
All right, we've got something a little bit different. Something we've never done really like ever before.
This is exciting.
Especially for a Mac Pack. What are we calling this? A fucking leftovers episode.
Yes.
So a couple of weeks ago, I went to the grand final.
Yep.
One of the
Congrats.
greatest days of my life.
Yep.
And then after the grand final was on, there was a Herald Sun image that was shared to Instagram,
Yes.
and I loved it. I thought it was one of the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Of course, it was sick.
It was Maxi Guy standing on the Optus like framing around the
fence,
outside. Yeah. With a heap of supporters, non-supporters, random people.
And Optus Stadium workers.
But particularly, the bloke that caught my attention was this young boy wearing a high-vis record shirt.
Yes.
So he was out there selling the records, get your footy records.
Got to get him.
That sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Now, he's wedged up against the fence like,
Squished in between 300 people.
yeah, like he's trying to escape prison, it looked like. He was really wedged in there.
was
And he was
loving
only a young boy,
Oh, yes, very.
but he was absolutely loving the moment.
Of course.
We talked about him on the podcast without knowing who he was.
No.
We shared, you cut up a few TikToks.
Yeah, put up a TikTok that got over 12,000 views.
Yeah, so like pretty conservative numbers, but we'll take that.
Yep.
Now, a few of his mates, a pattern appeared in the comment section with a few of his mates commenting.
Yeah.
And then we shared it to Instagram, and his brother got in contact and said, "Hey, the record kid's actually my bro."
Oh, my gosh.
And then the record kid himself messaged us
He commented on the TikTok saying,
and said, "I am the record kid."
and I
didn't he?
pinned it, yeah. As if you go on there, you can like it.
He's an absolute king. Anyway, we've had a little bit of a discussion with him since then.
Yep.
And we thought, fuck it, it's the leftovers episode. Why not get the big man
Get him on the pod.
Get him on the podcast.
In high demand.
So it gives me the greatest of all pleasures to welcome Mr. Record Man himself, Ricardo. How are you, Ricardo?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you guys?
Good, thank you, brother.
Love it.
Ricardo,
Good.
what's the story, man?
Tell us what happened, Ricardo.
So I've just been selling some records from 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
on grand
and,
final day.
Yeah, and
Fantastic.
we got
Did you have the
oh,
job
I think-
before this, or is this the first?
yeah. No, I had a job before this.
Okay.
That was like my 7th shift.
Oh, sick.
Oh, good stuff.
And me and my brother got asked to go inside, so we did,
Yep.
and we're selling records. And then our boss told us to just have fun and just watch the game,
Oh,
but
that's
sell
sick.
records at the same time.
Good boss.
and then we'd finished selling at third quarter time, and then we packed our stuff away and then came back up.
So you and your brother were both selling records?
Yes.
How come you had the jacket on, but your brother, what's your brother's name?
Oh, Keanu.
How come he didn't have a jacket on?
Oh, because my stuff was like in another room and the room was locked, so I didn't have time to change or anything. So I just stayed in my fluoro jumper.
That's
so
sick.
Good man.
It looks really cool. I really like the fluoro. The fluoro kit really makes
Makes you stand out.
Yeah.
yeah.
How was Gorney? Did you get a good whiff of his sweat?
Yeah, he I didn't expect him to come up. I just saw him walking over, and then he just hopped up and got the trophy.
Bloody oath.
And yeah, I was just there, and like I was just cheering, and then he like walked in front of us and just leant over and gave everyone a hug.
That's
so yeah,
unreal.
What a king.
So you finished selling records during the third quarter or in the fourth quarter?
yeah, third quarter.
And so what? You could just watch the footy.
Yeah.
And then at what time did you decide I'm going to run down to the fence and see if I can make a meal of this?
Yeah.
Oh well, it was like a minute before the game, and Keanu said, "Do you want to go down and we can try to get pictures with Luke Jackson and Trent Rivers because he's friends
the
with
Perth
them."
boys, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, "All right, yeah, sure." And then we got the pictures with them, and then Max Gorn came around, and it was just a surreal moment.
Yeah, I bet that's sick. You've obviously seen the photo that we talked about?
Yeah,
Had you seen it? Had you seen it before we talked about it?
Oh no, because one of my brother's friends from Carlton,
who's
sent
this?
him it. Jack Carroll.
Yep.
And he sent it to my brother, and my brother called me in, and he said, "Have a look at this." And I thought he was just showing me like a funny video or something, and then I saw me like against the fence, and I was just like in shock.
Unreal.
And then after I saw it, all my friends started getting on their For You pages, and they just started sending me it.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good.
Fantastic. We love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Ricardo.
So do you get to keep your job? Are you going back to sell records again next year?
Oh, yeah, I'm going back next year.
Fantastic.
Hopefully we get another grand final.
Yeah, hopefully. Because my boss, she saw the picture, and she tagged me and my brother in it, and she messaged my brother and said, "This is such an amazing moment."
It is.
100%. You have to get the photo framed.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
See if you can contact Harold's son and get it in a nice wall mount. That'd be absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
Did you get to chat to Maxi?
No.
He was in the moment. He looked like he was enjoying himself.
Good on him.
But no one looked like they were enjoying themselves quite as much as you, mate.
Oh, yes. Wait, Ricardo, we've got to ask the question, mate. Who do you and Keanu go for in the AFL?
So we go for, the whole family goes for Fremantle Dockers, except for my older brother. He goes for Geelong.
Right.
Yeah, but my second favourite team's been Melbourne since Luke Jackson and Trent Rivers got drafted.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Of course.
Yeah.
So did you say you're mates with them?
Yes.
Sick.
The boys.
You're well connected.
Yeah.
You're a good man, Keanu. Ricardo, you and your brother, you're both good. You're both good men.
Yeah.
I'm stoked that you got to experience that. That's one for the ages.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Perfect, mate. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast.
You can listen to
thanks
this
for having me.
Listen to this on Friday. Show all your friends, mate.
Yeah, I'll definitely show my friends.
Is everyone getting around you now that you're practically famous?
Yeah, everyone whenever I go to church or like out with family, like people just like recognize me and they say,
real? That's
you're on
sick.
TikTok and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah. So,
you're a good man.
Love your work.
Yeah.
Perfect, Ricardo.
Thanks.
It's been a pleasure, mate. We'll chat to you soon, brother.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
See
You
you,
too.
mate.
See ya.
What a
king.
legend. What an absolute legend.
What a king. That was a good insight into the life of a fame.
He really just made the most of an opportunity.
Oh, definitely.
Just him and his brother. Keanu's obviously just gone. Because it's Lukey played. Sorry, he went to
Wilson.
Willow.
Yeah.
Keanu go to Willow? tough ass question.
thing is,
about notice.
I don't want to expose what school he went
They're
to.
all around. They're all around that
Yeah.
Willerton area.
But yeah, good mates from school, mates from sport. That's pretty much how they know each
Yeah,
other.
I really enjoyed. He's just like, he's a good dude. He's only young.
Yeah.
He was like 14.
Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know. But no, he's an absolute king. What a man! Like, I love that people were getting around him as well.
Oh yeah.
I've seen you on six. So he mustn't have seen the Herald Sun photo.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
I think so. I think he meant Keanu showed
Showed him the
our
TikTok,
I
which
think.
had the photo in it.
Yeah.
Unreal.
There you go.
And he was recommended that photo. Keanu was sent that photo by an AFL listed player for Carlton in Jack Carroll.
Oh, the time. What is Herald Sun a WA?
Nah, they're like over east.
Bloody hell.
MacPack going a little bit viral there, just quietly.
They're the middlemen between Keanu and Ricardo's fame.
Yeah, and the rest of the AFL by the looks of things.
There you go.
Ricardo, you're a king, mate. You can come on anytime.
Love it.
All right, this next piece comes from last week's episode where we asked the whole of Perth,
Yes.
what are your favourite discontinued foods, treats, goodies, the likes?
Yep.
Your favourite ones that no longer exist anymore for whatever goddamn reason.
Exactly. I had a story. Something happened to me throughout the week.
Yeah,
An
that's
item
right.
that I loved went walkabout.
It
and,
stemmed from a little fast food discontinuing
It
that
did.
occurred with you.
and it made me think, actually, there's a lot of things that this has happened to.
Yeah, we went on quite a bit of a trail.
Yes.
The chat goes for a little while, but it's well worth listening just for the journey's sake. So
Yeah,
we'll talk
if you
about,
remember any of these lovely treats that
yeah, it's a bit of a nostalgia hit for your Friday. So
exactly.
there's a bit of a discussion about fast food stuff. There's some discussions about canteen food. Canteen
Oi.
food's fucking all time.
Facts.
And I feel like primary school canteen food is just second to none.
Oh, it's better than high school.
Yeah.
High school's expensive.
Could you imagine being an adult? Maybe this is what we could run. Could we run like basically, imagine like doing like a food van
Yeah.
that
There's
gets
a
to
few
like
of them already.
that gets to like trolley around, but you only do
Primary school stuff.
primary school
Like 50-cent nuggets.
takeaway. Yeah,
What else do they have?
you could do like hash browns, like $2 for a hash brown.
That's expensive.
Oh, whatever.
When I was in high school, they were going out 50 cents.
And like licorice, red licorice used to go off. You
Fucking
used to
like
buy butter menthols.
cheesies.
Cheesies.
The primary school cheesies. What did they put on that shit, bro? Why are they
so good.
I make one here. It's like,
That was okay, but
have it at school. Woo!
yeah, I don't know what
Nothing.
it is.
Nothing better.
So we talk about none of those things, but we talk about all the things that no longer exist anymore. There's a lot of ice cream chat that goes. I think this one is pretty ice cream based,
It's
actually.
ice cream themed, yes.
Yeah, but anyway, listen for yourself and let us know what you think.
Rightio, boys. So, as you know, went to the Royal Show
Yep.
the other night.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
And it was getting later in the evening, time for dinner. And Olivia and I went over to a...
It's dinner. It's dinner time.
It's dinner time. We're eating it right.
What's that? Flight of the Conchords. You watched Flight of the Conchords?
It's
watched it.
business.
Yeah.
It's business time.
Anyway, so I went up,
Time to get to
went over to a wood-fired pizza van.
Yep.
And I was looking at...
At the Royal Show.
looking at the prices. $15 for a
What's
pizza.
it called?
I don't know.
Okay.
wood fire
Wood
pizza
fire,
man.
yeah. Legit called wood fire. And it was like $15 for a pizza. I was like, that's decent. But the pizza's on a little, like, you know those
Oh.
little plastic plates?
They're micro pizzas.
Yeah.
We're familiar with micro P's. We know what a micro P looks like.
I know. So I
No
was
need
like,
to shame on. It can still look. Maybe if it's in the right place, it can get the job done.
Was this before they put it in the oven? Because it could be a grower, not a shower.
but no. So I was like, that's a bit much, champion. Not paying $15 for a pizza. I was like, I'll just get something on the way home. Because I have a lot of alternative cheap options at fast food restaurants.
You do, yep.
And on the way home, I was driving back to Olivia's house. There's a Hungry Jack's just right next to you.
Beautiful.
So I was like, bloody oath. I'll go in, pull up to the driveway, and I go to order my classic order. What's my classic order, boys?
It's a cheesy cheeseburger,
and
2 small chips.
And that's been the order.
Unplanned. That was really
Yeah,
good.
no,
We
yeah.
know him well.
And that's been the order for 2 years now.
Yeah.
No, you
I wonder how many.
sad little man.
That comes to $4, right?
Yeah.
It's such good value.
Yeah, but I wonder. It's
$4.50.
even better. It's even better value when I'm paying for him.
Facts. It's $4.50, Joe.
The cheese that they use in it. Do you remember when we used to go to Spur? We spoke about Spur months ago. I love
Yeah.
that.
Like a
Episode,
year
it was
ago.
episode 3, I think. What's it called? Stepping on the grill and punching Gil or
but-
something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Listen to that. That was one of my favorite stories we've ever told.
That was a classic. Yeah, that was yeah.
The cheesy. They used to do a cheesy burger. Are they still around?
the cheddar melt. No,
Spur?
they had another one store in Mandurah.
Yeah, okay. The
Unless
cheddar
that
melt
shut
was
down.
fucking all time, but the cheese, and I largely blame the
have
cheddar
we-
melt burger for the fact that I had to go to Jared's in the first place. Man, there was so many calories in that fucking wet artificial cheese.
Well, we used to get the
Good, bro.
fucking
The spicy Macs. We've talked about this many a time.
This is back when I was
the burgers aren't good, man. I'm just
Oh, they're
thinking about
banging,
it now.
bro. I
Dude,
love
the spicy Macs.
And the chips.
It's like a burger, and then they put the chili like.
We've talked about
beans
this.
and
We've talked
stuff.
about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go back.
Yeah, go back and listen.
Slaps.
Anyway.
Do it again.
Yes, cheese, but yeah, it's been my order for like 2 years now.
That's what I was gonna say. The cheese that they put in that,
Here we go.
it's not normal cheese. It's like that same squishy shit cheese.
Yeah, it's like squirted cheese, like it's in a bottle.
it's sweat.
Um,
It's sweaty cheese.
yeah, it's been the order for 2 years. It's on the penny pinchers.
And so what happens? You go down.
But on the penny pinchers menu,
Yep.
it's always said, like,
It's an option.
it's an option, but it's also always said limited time.
Oh, has it?
All the things on there say limited
Oh.
time. I think.
It's a
Because
clause.
that's because they like to rotate the penny pinchers.
Yeah. But then, so I drive up, and as you can expect, say, champion, I'll get
The
a big
usual
cheeseburger and
thanks.
2 small chips.
They were, I can't see you. I have no idea who this
It's
is.
me, Riley.
And she goes, "Look, mate, we don't do the cheesy cheeseburger anymore." And I was like, "That is devastating." I said that, and then I backed out of the drive.
Did you actually?
Yeah, because I had to go on the app, and I was seeing
I did.
deals and shit. Because I was starstruck. I was like, "What?"
That's unreal. When was the last time you got one? Can we get like a timestamp on? Like, was it recent? You didn't go on Thursday night, get it, and on Friday they were unavailable.
Nah, I don't remember.
Maybe it's been a while.
No, it was like a week.
No.
This is that.
I haven't been in
No.
ages.
The worst part.
It's been a week.
The worst part was last
Should
time
go
I
to
went.
body match.
Last time I went to H shows, I got a fucking Junior Whopper. Why would I get a Junior Whopper if I knew the cheesy cheeseburger was going out of fashion?
Oh,
Fuck.
Heartbreak. Maybe that's what they did. Maybe you're the last person in Australia who got a cheesy cheeseburger. They saw you pull up, get a Whopper, and they went, "He's not interested anymore. We can take it out."
But that brings me to my point. Discontinued classics.
Discontinued
exact
classic.
same
What happened to
thing.
them? They
Fuck, it took
disappear
us
off
a
the
while to
menu.
get there, but we got there.
The exact same thing happened to me. I was in the drive-through going into Macca's to get the one menu option that doesn't have meat in it, the veggie
Yep.
burger.
Yeah.
I go there, I'm like, "Hey, can I get the veggie burger?" And they're like, "Man, we don't do that anymore."
That's
and I was
right.
like, "Oh fuck!"
But why do you not do? Why? Like, why would you not do a cheesy cheeseburger? It's meat,
They have the ingredients.
cheese. They've literally just gotten rid of the bottles. Like they've got all the other
The
shit.
cheesy burger. Yeah, that's a good shout. It's also it's dirt cheap because $2.50 those burgers.
Exactly.
Maybe
They're
that's.
probably not making a great deal.
Yeah,
back
and
on
also
that.
the amount that I'm buying.
But the thing is,
And
they
they
would only
taste
do the penny
shit.
pinchers because, all right, we'll do chips for free and then they'll get a drink. For us, it's like all penny pinchers.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just want penny pinchers.
Facts.
KFC. One of the discontinued classics from KFC used to be the mashies.
Mashies.
Do you remember mashies?
Yeah. So
What's
it
a
was like,
mashie?
Mashies used to have a fantastic ad campaign. I showed Riley this during the
that's-
week.
as soon as she said it, that was the first thing.
And it's the mashies, like they were playing soccer with the mashies and they're just like flicking them around. Do you remember the boys from the Chaser?
With their hands.
The Chaser
Yep.
boys.
Traces worn
They used,
everything.
they used to knock off heaps of ads.
Yeah.
I had a look at Riley during the week when we were talking about this, and they did a version of
The
like
mashy ad.
what are
So
they
for
called?
those who don't know, a mashie it's kind of like
smashed
a
potato.
it's a mashed potato ball that's fried and it's got
It's got like a
The
batter on
gravy
it.
in it
Yeah,
as
it's a
well.
no. It's crumbed. It doesn't have gravy. It was just.
in it. Is it not infused?
I don't think so.
It's good though.
But it was just mashed potato, and then they just battered it essentially. Crumbed it, sorry, and it was fucking all time. But I think it came with gravy, and you could dunk it in the gravy. Obviously,
Really good.
it was fucking all time. And the interesting thing was they were very big on it being a limited edition thing, and they've only
Yeah.
bought it back like once in 10 years.
Yeah.
But what I told Riley was mashies and popcorn chicken debuted at KFC at the same time.
Whoa.
Jesus.
The popcorn chicken remained. The mashies
Wait,
did not.
the first time mashies came out?
The first time mashies came out, well, the most recent time,
Yeah.
like not second most recent time because they've come back once since. And then the first time popcorn chicken was ever introduced to the menu.
Popcorn chicken's a real staple of KFC.
Oh yeah. It is KFC.
You'd hate to
My
see
favourite-
what bits of the chicken they're using.
My
is all I'm
favourite
saying.
time of KFC, like KFC obviously do heaps of deals. My favourite deal that KFC do is that like family $10 box of popcorn chicken.
Oh, yeah, it's like
That is one of the greats. Me and Riley have frequently looked at it and gone, how many pieces do you think we get? and I want to do this. Whether we do it on the podcast, that could be a funny gag.
How many popcorn chickens?
I want to count how many popcorn
We'll eat 'em.
chickens. All right, yeah. So we'll go one for one,
Maybe.
and we'll count how many are in like a family pack. We'll put down we'll do a wager, put down an estimate either way, and then let's do it. That'll be a good
might
laugh.
sit that one out.
Yeah, fair enough.
A little thing that KFC did that I loved was when they had the block cricket players.
I was going to say that.
Bring that shit back. Andrew Simons was like
Yeah.
in the dreadlock kit, and
And
they
you
were
can- and
weighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what it was like a blow-up cricket player, and you could put it out. So when you play backyard cricket,
You had
if you
got
hit
more
that,
fielders.
if you hit that on the
full, it's a
on the
catch.
full, it's a catch.
that was all time. KFC advertising used to be incredible. You know, I'm a big ad man.
Still is.
We're gonna share some KFC advertising on our stories or some shit during the week because
Yeah, in exchange
Man.
for money.
it's
Do
absolutely
you know, I actually saw this thing
incredible.
about KFC ads. This guy was talking about it. He said, because you know when you eat KFC, you feel shit after.
Yep.
I've never had that experience.
Yeah, me neither. But he also said he thinks that the reasoning that they've started marketing it, I don't care, I love it, it's because of that feeling.
Oh,
Funny.
You're like, I don't care. I
Funny-
fucking love it, bro.
yeah,
I
okay.
actually missed my chemistry waste exam because of KFC.
Oh, let's delve. Let's
I-
delve.
I
We'll just
was-
put the discontinued on pause. Let's delve.
I was yeah, so we had it's like exam period, so I had methods, so it's like the hard math exam, then I had chem the next day.
Such
right?
a nerd. Such a nerd.
So it was like grinder for those two. Chem is I still think by far the hardest subject.
No one cares. Continue.
So I was really, really stressed about. I got this big exam the next day.
Yeah.
So I've been studying away, learning my elements. You know how it is. And then we got KFC for dinner.
Yeah.
This big, like just like a fucking original recipe.
This is prior to
box.
vegan.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And
He
then
went into a chicken coma because he's never had it before.
yeah, and something was just off with that chicken. That
Oh.
I woke up the next day.
Profusely
I felt-
sweating.
Yeah, I think I had been throwing up in the night.
Fuck.
I was like so sick. But this is because I
This is
knew
it.
there was a thing where it's like you could.
This is my Super Bowl.
It was like you could go and not get. What is it? You can get a medical certificate.
Yeah.
Not do the exam.
yeah.
But
Banging.
they're like, but you won't find out if they've like approved it
Oh,
or not
fuck.
until the day of.
And is this year 12 waste?
Yeah, the year 12 waste.
That's a fun wait. Those
And I
like
was
mum.
like, yeah, and I was like, oh, like I don't.
don't
If I
risk
go
it.
there, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and I ended up calling the head of the year, and I was like, or me and mum called, and was like, Joe's got his chem exam, and he's like,
Not
not
well.
in a good way, and he's like, but he's like stressed about whether or not
Yeah.
he'll get the okay, and he's like, man, just
Call it.
don't go in.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I didn't go in. Chem was in my top 4.
Oh, even
Yeah,
though
so
you
the
didn't sit
class,
it.
the class pulled through, and I don't know the average
Oh,
was
I
good.
thought your average.
Fucking scenes.
Fuck yeah.
Power
Shout out the 2016 Chem class. Yeah.
Goodness me.
Fuck yeah.
The Crushers used to go well at KFC.
Yes, they were huge. I actually never had one.
No, neither have I.
Really, I had the crispy.
Are they still there? Crushers still about?
Oh, I had
Nah,
the golden
nah,
gay time one.
Oh, of course he did. We'll let it go. The Crushers, I thought
They
they were
had
still about.
Nah,
they had
they
that
left a
ad
while ago.
with Daft Punk's like buy it, use it, break it, fix it.
So they left when Daft Punk went. They just
Yeah.
pulled the pin.
Well,
all
they
together.
looked a bit too
There's a lot
They were a bit
going on.
off.
Yeah.
There's a lot going
I don't
on.
like milkshakes, let alone.
It was like
Is it
those
milk or is it
things.
gravel? Like just sugary
Yeah.
that's the
gravel.
thing. It's there was so much like crushed, like you get the Oreo one. Or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just like shit in there, and it's a real thick. The straw is like
thick boy.
got quite the
Like
diameter.
a bubble tie. Like
and then,
bubble
yeah,
tea.
bubble tea. And you're like it was an effort to get.
Oh, I don't want to feel more thirsty having drunk it.
But I
than
think
It
the
was
appeal
young,
was
though.
that it was kind of like an ice cream.
Yeah, it was more of an ice cream than a drink.
Like a
just
drinking
a wet
cream.
ice cream.
Yeah.
We used to have. We're so off topic now, but ice creams at the cinema complex that we used to work at.
Yeah.
People would leave the freezer doors open accidentally overnight.
Genius.
man, we obviously have to throw the ice creams out because they go off.
Yeah.
But I would like miss the bin a few times and accidentally get one in my mouth, and just quickly eat like probably once one morning. Now this again is not building into the whole body magic scheme of why it's in this way. I once ate 4 golden gay times, like wet ones.
That's a
yeah.
lot.
Like yeah,
fam.
for brekkie. Like this was before we opened up at 9:15, and I'm out the back, and I just pull the stick out because the whole thing was so wet. Pull the stick out, bin goes in,
Like
and I've made mention I hate paddle pop sticks. Like they give me the
yeah.
gurglies, so I pull it out, put that straight in the bin, and now I just have this like plastic packet of golden gay gooey goodness, and I'm just licking this thing out like I'm a madman. And I did it 4 times. I'm just like slurping these
like
things
it's a
down.
yogurt.
Yeah, that's like, I reckon that's like a week's worth of calorie intake just between the hours of like 8:50 and 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning.
It is
Fuck
funny.
yeah.
There's so many things like at the cinema where like things will like expire,
Yeah.
and you're like, fuck yes.
Score. Ice creams. There's a lot of discontinued ice creams that have gone out. We actually set up a little poll during the week.
Oh, yep.
And people have quickly fleshed that shit out. We've got a heap of them. We'll probably have to revisit this. So if you have some discontinued favourites that you want us to talk about, let us know, and we'll definitely have a chat. And if we can start like a little bit of a movement, or if these things just accidentally happen to fall back into,
We'll take credit.
yeah, we'll cop that one. Jake Stradamus will just collect that. What was the one that's come out this week? Twin Poles. Twin Poles are back.
What's a twin pole?
Oh my god.
You're kidding me.
So Twin Poles it's an ice cream. Jake's nemesis, maybe.
Yeah, they're making
Wait,
me
is that
doing
what-
that thing.
Is that what he meant?
Yeah,
Foxy.
probably. I think Foxy
Foxy.
says Twin Pops.
Post
so
bomb.
Yeah,
That's
so
probably
essentially
he
what
meant.
they are is it's like an icy pole, except
2 sticks.
Yep.
there's
I'm
2
gonna
sticks,
fucking show
and
you.
they're sort of built in a way where they're thick, sort of on the side bit, but the middle is thinner,
You meant to.
so you could snap them in half and share them if you want.
Twin
Oh,
Pole, and they're
that's so
like
cute.
multi-flavored. That's what they look like.
Oh,
They're
but yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
They taste delicious.
But what if you want it by yourself?
Then
You
you just
can
have
do
two hands.
Oh, look at my arms! Looking at the popsicle stick, my arms.
But do you hold them
Look
like?
at my arms.
Actually,
look at my arms.
Jake's forearms look like skinnier from the body magic.
Okay.
No, that's a good thing.
All right. Thanks. So Twin Poles are back. So that's one ice cream that's already back in town.
But if you hold them, if you're eating it by yourself, do you hold both, or are they too close? That you're
no,
like,
you
mate,
can
do
sort of do
what
it
you
with one
want. Let's
hand.
not get into the semantics of how you hold the ice cream ledge.
but I want to know.
We also had, Chelsea said freezer cups, the lemonade and we'll
What's a freezer cup?
we'll
I don't know.
we'll quickly Google it. Just talk amongst yourselves, listeners.
Hey Joe, what's going on over there?
Yeah, good. Yeah, if you're a listener, just
Freezer
maybe
cup.
maybe we'll be a mindfulness podcast for a sec. Just breathe in. And breathe out.
Lemonade and raspberry.
Would you ever do ASMR, Riley?
Like listen,
Yeah.
or would I do it?
Would you do it? Yeah. I think we're starting a side hustle.
I don't know. What would you do? Eating?
We're gonna need Chelsea. Just sorry to interrupt.
Eating some twin pops.
Sorry to interrupt. Just doing a podcast.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I can't find anything on them. So Chelsea,
We'll reach
Chelsea,
out.
ping us a photo. Tommy Strauss. I think I've got that right. I'm not good with names. Well, he's got 4 S's, so he's
Stress.
yeah. We're just leaving it. He said Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo.
Do you remember Buffalo Bills?
Buffalo. You mean Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo Bills.
Are they the things with the?
Well, he
Buffalo Bills, the NFL team. They're back.
he said.
Are they the
Buffalo
show me-
Bills.
show
They're
me
the
the-
ones with the fucking
This
gummy
guy.
nose. Yeah, there you
So
go.
what he seems to think
They're
Yeah.
forgotten. They're gone.
they're not. Not only are they still available,
Oh, are they?
you can now get them in a 4-pack at like Coles.
Oh, it's an ad. We're doing an ad. We're
You
doing an
can
ad for
also
Buffalo
get-
Bills. Buffalo Bills.
You can also get a
tub.
like a tub of it.
How many pieces of balls? How many balls do you get?
One down the bottom, surely.
Just 2. Just a little flaccid.
I didn't
Anyway,
know they
we'll
had
let-
this, but yeah, they've been hyping up this 4-pack for a while.
I've been hyping up my 4-pack for about 8 weeks.
Yeah, the Buffalo
Those Buffalo Bills aren't going to help.
Buffalo Bill was great because it's like I love
I never got involved.
the back bit of there's like a chocolate thing at the back.
I've never had one. I've literally never had one. They
Yeah,
used to
me
be your
neither.
favorite. We
Yeah,
used to do this though. I used to eat like every ice cream that you wouldn't eat, and you would eat heaps of the ones that I. What was those? Me and Mum were chatting about those. Not frosty fruits.
The Fruit Dew Tropical Snow.
Oh my god.
Do you have any idea what this?
No
Now
clue.
This was Joe's crack cocaine. Joe.
this, even saying it, I was actually talking about it because this is the
Was
one
that a beer? Did a beer come up?
Yeah, I didn't Google it right.
Oh.
But even talking about it now, my mouth salivates
Wait, show.
at the idea.
Bring back the fro juice snows.
Yeah, so it's already its own.
Show.
There is a Facebook. It's this one.
It's run by Joe.
Fro juice. No. Oh.
So what it is, it's a sorbet that is orange.
It was like a pop. What are those? Not twin poles.
frosty fruit.
It was like a frosty fruit, but it was creamy.
Oh.
So it's a sorbet that's pineapple,
Sorbet, they pronounce it. Sorbet.
pineapple, orange, and lemon
Oh.
in the 3 layers, and it's shaped all like squirrely.
Hell yeah.
Oh. A squirrely
And
sorbet.
it when it would come out of the freezer, because we always used to get it when we would go to Mandurah.
Yeah.
We'd get it
Before you were born.
get it out of the freezer, and it would be like kind of icy on the outside.
Oh yeah.
So good. It's actually it was
They were a bit like a Frozone before the Frozones were
Yeah.
cool.
they stopped making them, and it was always just something that I just remember from when I was a kid, and then I was thinking about.
Are they back?
They brought it back in New Zealand, but not in Australia.
It's like opposite to the pods
Only for a limited
that
run.
we found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would.
What would you prefer, pods or them?
These.
Dang. Wait, my favorite ice cream ever that you used to get at like a deli is the thing you put on the story, like the actual.
Yeah, the choc
Yowies.
yowie, the
And
choc shake yowies.
When they left,
choc shake yowie.
I got into the
Put it in me.
the Milo ones,
Yeah.
and they still do the Milo ones. They go hard.
Paddle pop do a variety.
Yeah, of the
I've
little.
heard. Yeah.
Mm.
So there you go.
There was
Choc wedges. Remember choc wedges?
Chocolate
used to be-
fucking slap.
and no one does choc wedges now. Like the OG choc wedges.
Well, that's what.
Oh, yummy.
Why would they get? Because they do there's like those Buller choc wedges that they have that really thin chocolate, and it's like
shitty.
icy ice cream.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
The Peter's choc wedge.
Bring it back.
Oh my god, it's delicious.
Bring it back.
I think underrated the Dixie cup.
What you call me?
Dixie cup.
That's the vanilla one. Right?
Yeah, it's literally just a little
That's
bowl of
trash,
vanilla.
and you have to eat it with the little wooden.
Nah,
thing.
that's good vanilla ice cream.
All right, I'm about to drop one on you.
Here we go.
2 cans. They're very similar to paddle. No other.
Yeah, twin poles,
Twin
but
poles?
they're a bit more tropical.
Now this one. Here we go. Now this is a bit of a primary school one, Joe.
Yep.
They were called, I think, Wicked Sticks. Is that what I called them?
Yes. They were white, blue.
They were blue, white, and then they had chocolate, a thin layer of chocolate. They were icy poles, they were lemonade icy poles, and they had a thin layer of chocolate on the outside. I can't seem to find a photo, but if anyone knows what I'm talking about, let us know, because they used
were
to fucking,
good.
they used to be all time.
Nice,
We used to
yeah.
get them at the canteen. They used to be like $2.
It is. Riley, you sound disgusted.
They're real good, man. They're real good.
Chocolate and lemon.
Yeah, but
You'd be surprised. how
that
good it
actually is a
was.
fantastic combination.
How?
I don't know. I don't know how they do it, mate, but they just did it. We're going to bring back a few of these. Let
We'll
us know
have to do another segment where we don't just focus
on ice cream.
Ice cream.
But man,
This
there's
segment,
some good
this segment is also going for about an hour, so we could do a full podcast just on bring
We
it
could,
back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Leave it with us. Leave it with us.
Yeah, leave it with us. Yeah.
It's like we'll just forget and
We'll
doesn't-
never talk about this again.
Yeah.
Joey!
What are we gonna? What do we start with?
Start with this. That was funny.
All right, it's locked in. It's leftovers. There are no rules.
We're on.
And
And a little hint, we're calling Joe.
yeah, we're calling Joe.
Joey Babalooey. We can't.
Do you remember Joe? What's he look like? That guy. What's he sound like?
He's the funny one on the left. I remember that.
I'm starting to think we get Ricardo on full time, and
There.
Joe just meets the curve. I
Ricky's
reckon.
he's got good connections.
He's
Could
got
get us some
clout. He's
Carlton
getting-
boys
He's
on.
getting recognised on TikTok more frequently than I am, than the big man.
Bloody oath, good on him.
We've got 7,000 followers on TikTok. We shared one video, and this kid's just bloody killing it at
Blowing
church and at school, and bloody. This anyway, it's episode I don't even know 55.
Yes.
the Magpie podcast.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. We've done it for a whole year,
Yes.
so it's only right that we call the big man in the middle, Mr. Bojana Joanna, Joey boy.
Joe. Will he pick up?
He fucking doesn't like picking up. Jaboy! Well, that's awkward. We can't hear you. Joe, can you hear us? Nice.
Oh.
The big man's
We've
calling.
got Joey on the line.
The big man's calling.
Here we go.
Jaboy!
Joey Babalooey, mate, how are you going?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, welcome to the Backpack Podcast.
Oh my god, I'm on the show.
You made
Hey,
it, man.
long time host, first time caller.
Oh.
What is up, my dude?
What's your favorite segment?
Favorite segment? It's gotta be Oh Hi Mark.
Oh, hi,
I
Mark.
watched the host today.
I pressed the
I've seen
button.
him on YouTube, and he is a good-looking guy.
Did you hear this?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hang on. Oh, did you play?
Yeah.
Did you actually?
We should have set up a game. Have you got 3 mark facts at the back of your head?
Is that not
Wait, did you guys actually play it tonight?
No, we didn't.
no.
We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that to you. Do you want to play? Have we got 3 marks? Or we can just.
Nah, I can't. I don't think we can do it.
Okay. What's been going on, bro? Happy 1 year. This is officially 1 year of the MacPack podcast. This episode now brings us full circles, full lap around the globe.
We're cheersing our beers.
Oh, we're not even drinking tonight.
Are you drinking, Joe?
Drinking, just about to actually.
Oh, nothing better than a.
The night is young. It's 9:14 on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Joey is getting on the piss.
What's the time in Perth? In Geraldton, it's 9:14.
In Geraldton, it's 9:14.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ticked over. Hang on, just wait.
5,
It's nearly.
4,
I think we're nearly.
3, 2.
It's 9:14 at the moment. Oh, it's 9:15.
There
So
we
we're
Oh,
1 minute behind.
You
us.
guys must be slightly behind. Yeah.
Joe, as we mentioned in the intro, we don't know if you're north, south, west, or east.
Yeah, where are you? Geraldton.
Yeah, we're north.
Is it north?
How is
North.
it up
We
there?
are. Huh? It's north. Let me tell you that.
The northern hemisphere.
It's yeah. So we drove past the sign. We came in. It's 411 kilometers north of Perth.
That is
seems
that's
like
an
a
empty
lot.
fuel tank.
That's more than pi, isn't it?
Yeah.
Math nerds would have got that.
It's a little bit more than pi. Nice.
Yeah. How's the episode going out?
Ah,
Is it
shit.
falling
It's probably the
apart?
best song we've done, I reckon. We just mentioned
Wait.
before we had Ricardo joined us. Ricardo is the
King. Yeah, I'm sad that I missed out. Me and him will have to have our own personal call at a later date.
he was a king. He might replace you if you're not careful. So you'd probably want to get back nice and ASAP because I think if you missed
Well, I'll be back for the next episode
It's like-
if you have me.
It's the 3 strikes you're out kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how we go going on.
What's that?
it's the 3 strikes and you're out. And Ricardo's got quite a little CV that is. building up.
Ricardo was my first strike.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he's got.
Maybe I'll go and sell records and he can host the podcast.
I don't think you could sell him the way that he does.
No.
The bloke is a king, and he's getting recognised. He mentioned to us before that he's getting a bit of clout
Yes.
from
King.
the crew at church and the crew at high school.
Yep. Just
They're
everywhere.
recognising him from the TikToks. I said to Riley, I'm yet to get recognised for a TikTok. But hey,
Actually,
no one's ever said, "Hey, you're that guy from TikTok."
yeah, I don't think you really hang out with much of the TikTok age
Yeah.
bracket.
Yeah.
And I think I'm always in incognito mode when I've got my glasses on, my sunnies, and my cap on.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
like-
hiding.
I'm like Robert. What's his name?
Don't know.
De Niro? No, the other one. The one that's
DiCaprio?
Yep, that one.
Oh yeah.
I'm a bit like that guy. But do you know who you're like? Do you know who you're like? Mr. Elon Musk.
Oh.
Is what I'm hearing, Joe.
Well, yeah, that's other people have commented that before.
Actually.
Yeah, no, this is. Oh, yeah, the fact that you sent it through. Okay, just for the listeners, we don't do inside jokes much, mainly because it's not great listening. What? Many a month ago on our TikTok account, we had. I think there's definitely one.
I think
comment,
it was.
but there may have been 2, and they went along the lines of, "Hey, the dude on the right, being Joe, looks a lot like Elon Musk." And then I'm
I
driving.
think there was one on the petrol TikTok where we talked about fuel prices, and it's like, why is Elon Musk talking about petrol?
And then I'm driving home from work today, and it must have been on. Was it on the most recent? TikTok?
No, it was one. No. I can't remember which one.
Okay, but there was another mention to the fact that Joe looked a lot like Elon Musk. Is that a
I
compliment?
disagree.
Oh,
I
so
don't
it's
know.
not a
I mean, I
compliment.
see what he means.
Joe's computing this in his head right now.
So what is it a bad thing to look like Elon Musk?
I mean, he's just white and has brown hair. Like,
It's not a bad thing to look like Elon Musk. It's a bad thing to be Elon. No.
yeah.
Is he a bad dude?
I don't know.
Well, let's not get into the politics.
If you ever pinch
But
his,
yeah.
if you ever pinch his
You
credit
say-
card, you could probably get away with going into a bank looking like him. They're like, just one Elon Musk, please.
3 Teslas.
But yeah, it's been good. So we drove for like 2.5 hours
Don't
today.
remember asking. But, you can tell us about your story, Elon.
Yeah, so we drove for 3 hours today. We stopped off at the Pinnacles. You guys
Nice.
heard of them?
Yep.
No.
So the Pinnacles are a series of rocks
Yep.
that like sort of shoot up off the ground.
Yep.
And Kira and I were super excited to go to the Pinnacles because one time after I picked her up from where she used to work at like 3 a.m., we were driving back home and we saw some girls walking down the street who Kira knew from dance and I knew from school. So we gave them a lift home.
Yep. Back
And
to
on the lift home,
Pinnacles.
it was these two girls and both of their like partners were there.
You got,
We
so you got
drove 'em
6
home.
people in the back of your car.
You're admitting to
Have you got 6 people in the
No,
back of your
no,
car
no.
plus Kira?
vehicular
So there's
illegality.
8 people in your car.
illegality.
No, there was 4 in the back.
Exactly.
So okay.
2
yeah.
girls and then 2 of the anyway. It was
It
illegal.
doesn't matter what gender they are. There's still too many people to be in the back of your car.
So on the way back, we mentioned that
Continue.
I plead the fifth.
we mentioned that we were going up north or whatever.
Yeah.
They were like,
We'll come.
they're like, "Oh, where are you going?" We're like, "Oh, we're going to Calvary." And they're like, "Oh, we like went up that way." And then it was like, "Oh, what are some good sights to see or whatever?" And then this one girl in the back, they're just like, "Do not go to the Pinnacles."
Why?
She was like, "The Pinnacles are the biggest waste of time ever. She's like the most underwhelming, boring thing ever."
And
They've like ranted, all of them like ranted about how much they hated the Pinnacle for like the whole ride home.
Yeah, and so your first stop
So then
today was the Pinnacle.
We're like, we gotta see these Pinnacles, and I gotta say, they're quite good. We really liked it. You get to drive around and look at these rocks, and they all sort of do look the same. They're just sort of tall rocks. They're also a bit phallic in imagery. There's a good, I don't know if you saw the photo on Kira's story, but it's me standing next to probably the most phallic pinnacle there.
Can you send that to us? We'll share it.
oh, that's funny.
We'll share
Yeah.
it. I can't
But
wait.
yeah, it was cool. We went there, went to the gift shop.
Went to the penis museum.
A lot of penis.
What gifts were they? Were they just like
Yeah, a lot of rock cocks.
chode-shaped rocks?
Yeah, there was like t-shirts with the pinnacles on them. We didn't get one.
Just looked eerily like someone had peened one of the shirts.
Well, that's just so we were walking.
The pinnacles.
It's all it's all sand, right? And then these rocks come out. So there's bits where you can park your car and you can go and walk around
Yeah.
and get a closer look or whatever. And we're walking around in sand, and sand you can draw things in it, whatever.
Oh yeah. there we
Someone
go.
had drawn like
A pinnacle.
ball,
Someone had drawn a
in the
pinnacle.
sand.
Oh no.
and it's a bit like. I mean, at this point, why bother? There's enough around.
The whole place has been peened.
Yeah, no, maybe one more, good enough.
What's the plan tomorrow, mate? Any penis museums or anything?
Nah, so we're going to Calvary tomorrow,
Nice. Which is continuing north.
continuing north, and then we're
Nice.
staying in Calvary for 3 days,
Jesus.
and then we're coming in a bit more like inland. So we've driven up the coast, and then we're going to go a bit more inland. Stay at a hotel in Karoo, and then head back home. After that,
Crikey.
it's been good. We went to the Lobster Cafe today for lunch, which is in Lanceland, and there's a photo of Rory Lobb on the bridge or whatever.
AFL free opener.
Yeah, so it turns out his parents run and own the Lobster Cafe.
Oh,
Pretty fun fact.
there you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Good stuff from Lobbo.
good.
The more you know.
There you go.
So over
Good.
the...
We're just
So you go.
just hanging out with the locals. Went down to the Geraldton Tavern or whatever today. We had dinner in the pub while these locals watched the races and played pool.
Nice.
We're just really getting that. We're getting that whole country town experience. You know how it is.
Experience the culture.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much culture there is, but yeah, we're experiencing it.
All right. Well, before we let you go, and we draw a close, the Leftovers Volume 4 episode of the MacPack podcast, it wouldn't be right of us not to ask of your favourite moment from the year that's been, maybe your favourite segment for over the whole course of the year of doing the MacPack podcast. What would it be, Joey?
That's a good one. That's a good question. My favorite. Oh, that's a tough one. I think one of my favorite stories is the time when Riley was kicking the grills off the birds.
I agree. I actually think that might be one of my favorites as well. It's unfortunate that was like early season 1. We should remaster it. What,
and just do it again, but with good audio.
Have him retell it. If you haven't heard that, go back and listen to it. I think it's episode 3. What is it, like working on the grill and shit that makes you feel ill or something?
Yeah. And I think my other favorite moment. I definitely remember one time being like in pain from laughter. I can't remember exactly what it was.
My favorite moment on the podcast is the Nan falling on her face story.
That's cool.
It's the Easter episode. It's one of our least downloaded episodes by number.
I think Kira's signaling saying that that's her favorite as well.
Hell yeah!
I'm glad Mitchie turned that into a video.
That one genuinely made me cry and hurt. That was fun.
I think another bit is when
that we also told that on the there's beer on the gear when I spilled the beer.
Yeah.
So without me spilling the beer, that might not have never happened.
There you go. What were you gonna say?
I think the bit in like one of the super early episodes where Riley kept saying that girl's name.
That was funny.
Yes.
That was the second.
So good.
I think that was the second episode. So we really started hot. Joe hasn't really liked anything for 52 episodes worth of backpacks.
Yeah, it's been a bit dry, but lately.
I don't know which my favorite part is.
It's all too good.
There's been some fucking hilarious moments. I don't know. I liked when you got kicked out of Magna House. That story might be my favorite because it just took so many different avenues to just being a debacle. You rocked up at one place, got launched out, got rocked up and the fact that the security guard like come over and spoke to you and was like, "You won't be coming in here tonight." That was I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
But no, it's been good. Hopefully you have many more stories to tell us over when you get back, Joey.
Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll be recording the episode come that weekend, so we can have a bit of a yarn and a bit of a debrief on how your trip went before we have a massive guest joining us the following week.
Ooh.
We won't announce who it is, but it's definitely going to happen.
There you go.
Lock it, load it, let me explode it.
All right, too easy. Have a good night, boys. See you next week.
Sounds good, mate. Catch you later, boy.
See you, Joey.
Yeah. And as always, go and hug that hug the mother. Did I do it right?
No, goodbye. See you, mate. All right, that'll just about bring us to the end of Leftovers
Volume 4
of the MacPack podcast. It's been nice. It's been quite a lax way to do it. We're just perched up on the couches tonight.
Yep.
Don't have the whole desk set up. We don't have Joey here. But it was good to get him on the line. It was good to chat to Ricard.
Yes.
Three
phone calls, one episode.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, a few guests. We had 3 guests essentially in the episode.
Yes. The Jake and Junior special.
Yeah, it's been good fun. Nice little casual one.
Do this more often.
We should just do a podcast without Joe. The Jake and Junior show.
Nah. No need.
No need. All right, until we do it again this time next week.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who has joined us on the journey for the last year. There's been a handful of people who started episode 1 and have gone all the way through. Mm-hmm. Fucking appreciate you. If you're just joining us, if you've just seen our recent TikTok, if you like Ricardo, if you're a mate of Ricardo's, and this is the first time you've listened to the podcast, fuck, you're in luck because you have 55 episodes worth of content. And as we just heard, some of the stories in the first season are fucking pissing funny. So if you can look past some of the lack of audio quality and a bit of the awkwardness that comes with like the first 2 episodes, fuck, there's some good quality content and some funny stories throughout. So
definitely so.
Go back and have a little suss. It's been an absolute pleasure joining you, boy. Until we do it again this time next week, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
go give your mama a hug.
Ciao for now, but not forever.